Hey folks! Welcome back on the series where I show you how I turned this inexpensive and standard 3D printer into a customized machine that fits exactly my needs. This printer is the Elegoo Neptune 4 Pro, but most of the modifications shown also fit the other printers of the Neptune 4 family, and the differences to the Neptune 3 printers are also not that big, which is why most of the parts shown in the series will also fit these printers. Like this display stand we built in a previous video. And in today's video I'm gonna show you this magnetic flip-up cover that I built. It would also work without the display stand, but I think together they make a good looking combo. And before we start, a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, which is my longtime partner PCBWay.com. They offer a wide variety of different manufacturing capabilities such as CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, 3D printing and even injection molding. All you have to do is to upload your 3D file like this, then you can choose your quantity and material you want your parts made of, and you get an instant quote. If you need your parts professionally manufactured, PCBWay can do this for you in a simple and affordable way. And now let's start with the display cover. First I printed these two main parts that I designed in Tinkercad. And like for all the other parts I printed so far, I again used the marble white PLA from Polyterra. And I printed it with supports because of this hinge part. The frame part goes on the display just like this, so that this cutout fits the cable slot. I designed it so you can connect the lid to the frame by using a piece of filament. The most easy way to put it together is to start to insert the filament in one hinge, then you can connect the middle part of the hinge to it. Now it is easy to align it with the remaining hole and you can push through the rest of the filament. So the hinge worked fine to open the lid, but as you can see, there was quite a big gap that prevents it from fully closing. I then tried to get rid of that gap with a bit of filing, but after putting it back together, a bit of a gap still remained. So I jumped back into Tinkercad to remake the hinge design. And I also added some holes for magnets and a small handle for the lid. As you can see, you can do all the parts needed in one print. Also with the new design I didn't have to post-process much. Just a little bit of filing on that holes where the filament gets through. And now we can put everything back together in the same manner as you have seen before. But this time, as the filament is fully inserted, we can close the lid without a gap. Yay! Next up, we will need some of these 3x6mm round magnets. To get them in, a little bit of filing may be needed. The magnets sit flush on the inner side and extend a bit through the top side. With the magnets inserted, we can now glue on these caps. For this I use some Sekundenkleber, that means quick glue in my native language. And with the caps in place, I secure them with these pegs. And I let it dry for about a minute. After that I go with the file for the remaining two holes, so I can insert the magnets there. Just make sure that they are in the right orientation, otherwise you will have a hard time closing the lid. So far that looks good. The only thing left to do is to cut the remaining filament. So then let's fit it on that brick. And this was the moment when I realized that I screwed up the second time. So I changed it back in Tinkercad to make sure that the model you are downloading have the cutout in the right position. But for me, I didn't want to make the whole thing again, so I just cut out a bit of material to make it fit. Until now I had this model available only for my Patreons as an early access. But with the release of this video I uploaded it to Thingiverse where you can get it for free. As always, I put you the link in the description. That's it for part 6 of the series. If you are new here, you can also check out the previous 5 parts on my channel. If you liked it, please hit that button. And if you want, you can subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video.